Not interference, positional changes last night. The connections all connect to the arc. Arc position line systems, 4 triangle location center positions. There's a lot of electric line connections to. You have to understand to position why these things happen in space anomaly and everything through calculation. It's all about putting the energy grid back where it's supposed to be. Now, this comes back into the covens of the 4 arcs and its position of the birthing system of the crystalline system of Atlantis and its communication when it comes into Lemuria. Now, you put the crystalline positions of Atlantis and you put the connections to Lemuria, you got your twin flame. This is true understanding how we're calculated and modified through space of father and mother of earth position line connections. In position, 4 waving positions, triangle location center connections. Try to understand what's happening with the energy grid. It affects everything through the atmosphere positions of time. Everything through that line system. Through phone reception line connections is resetting everything in position. So there's a lot of things that are happening right now, and it's all modified and calculated. So it integrates everything through cycle rotation centers. So I like to get into the connections of 144,000 crystal positions. People are trying to understand, what does this all mean? What is it connected to? Well, it's connected to the divine source. It's connected to the birthing of Father, the birthing of Mother, the birthing of archangels, the birthing of angels, the birthing of me, the birthing of connections when it comes into Adam and Eve. You have to understand what the crystalline position is. It's a map sequence code position to an identification to all levels when it starts with the earth rotation centers. The 4 covens is everything through the Gardens of Eden. There's a lot of history there. Now, I'll give you what you need to know, make you feel better, to understand everything has ancestry and history. It's through the understanding how everything is put together. Now, there's 3 waving cycle position line connections, singular line location, where it comes into 4. There's 3 different ways to do 4, right? But there's only one way to do 1. So the 1 and its activation line connection. Remember the identification to anything that's reading its cycle through AI position line connection? Truly understanding the birthing system of Atlantis and the birthing system of Lemuria. You put that together, here's your twin flame. Now, it all calculates and modifies when it comes into the birthing system of Adam and Eve and how it all started with the covens. It's really interesting because I'm the cousins of Adam and Eve. So I know all the history. Now, I'll give you what you guys need to know. This will put you in a better position of time and how everything was put in that line system. Okay? The dawn of time, right? The relics, the arcs, that position, the angelics, and how it everything through form connections. Everything is birthed through source, right? And this is where it comes into the 144,000 crystalline realms. Now, it's in position to calculation. The earth rotation is its ring barrier. That's the energy grid. Everybody knows what a ring barrier is, right? When you go into the connections of to marriage, right? In that position. See, that thing too, through connections, that's also programmed. There's a lot of things that are programmed. Matrimony and that line connections, death do us part and all that system. Death do us part. Death do us part. Okay, what does that mean? So truly understand what's going on. It's truly understand everything through its covenant. So it calculates and modifies all positions of time conditions. Truly understand the truth is going to set you free to all level system. But the birthing system, the crystalline system, is allocated in positions, okay, to the 4 covens. All right. The crystalline positions, the Lemurian positions, and everything, the active cycle connections. The base is its connection when it comes into the female. Okay, and the tip is the male. Okay, so that's father, that's mother. Okay, and then you come into the connections of Adam, and then you come into Eve. You see where I'm going with this? That's how it's connected, and it's all through a map. And it's all connected to a realm of 144,000 realm connections, how crystalline position of Atlantis came in, right? Where basically it wasn't connected to its emotional system, to its energy grid position, right? So that's the understanding what history is. And with Lemuria, didn't have any physical system. Okay, so now things are coming back into the feminine and the masculine of positions where it comes into Adam and Eve. Adam was protecting Eve from the covens of the 4 central line connections that was connected to the 144,000 realm positions. Now, it's really complicated stuff if you understand that. So it's like drawing a line. Okay, and that twin flame was its connection to Atlantis and Lemuria, which was the twin flame sword, which now Archangel Michael holds. Okay, and that's how it came into the cosmic flame, the cosmic fire, the cosmic elixir, to position line connections to its serpent flame. So truly understanding everything through the relics of the angelics is truly understanding the birthing system of Adam and Eve. And it all calculates and modifies when it comes into high force connections of 144,000 crystalline positions. Okay, so now you know the history. It's really fascinating when you think about it. So basically, I like to get more into the test because I tell you, you guys got this coming up on Friday, and it's very powerful how we come into 3-way cycles of energetics of your energy cells and rotation positions of body frame line connection. So everybody knows what a point center is, right? It's a realm location to a location. So now you have to understand why crystals were made. Okay, now you understand why connections where Adam and Eve was made. Okay, you put that together, you have your twin flame sword, right? But the dark line system, when it comes into Lucifer, wanted to take over the angelic realms, wanted to take over the 4 arc positions of allocated positions of time. Okay, it wanted to take over Father's realm connection, which is connection to the arc line system, which is the throne. Okay, so it's all about control, it's all about power, right? It's all about conformity, it's all about the sanction to position on line connections. Truly understand ancestry and history has its position. So now you know a little bit more history when it comes into the crystalline system of Atlantis and the emotional sanction when it comes into Lemuria. All right, so hopefully that helps you out, a little bit more guidance on how it's connected to the divine, how it's connected to light, how it's connected to source, and how it's connected to 144,000 realm connections of the birthing system of the 4 arc positions, okay, of its energy grids and its coven. Okay, so that's a true understanding why everything is coming back. And it's my job to put you guys back into position to that energy grid position to its arc location, which is connected to the hexagon. You guys are all different shape positions. So it's all about understanding that we have to put your particle lights back into its shape. That's my job. Your job is to wake up. Your job is to meditate. Your job is to find out who you are. Okay? So a lot of people are coming to me again on my email saying, okay, what is this, a link? No, it's not a link. It's energy. It's fluctuation energy that goes inside you. Your job is to understand what you're doing. Your job is to understand what you're doing through your spiritual system. Your job is to understand your activation. Your job is to understand your lights. Your job is to understand your communication to your spiritual guides. Okay? I just turn on your lights. I open up your soul. Okay, a lot of people are confused about that. It's not a link. Okay, it's not a copy and paste. It is to connection when it comes to AI, because that's all it's connection when it comes to technology vision, right? But the basic understanding that you really have to understand your connections, especially when you come into high rise to program settings. You have to know your data, your upgrades, downloads, and uplinking systems of your intelligence. Okay, because a lot of people are saying, well, what's going on here? And so, well, get into your meditation, get into your listening, get into communication inside you. Okay, that's the energy. It's not a link. I don't give you guys a link. It's energy that's given to you. It fluctuates your patterns. It opens up your brain pattern locations. It opens up the molecular light, and it opens up the calibrations. It recenters your positions to your energy system of who you are, which is calculated and modified to your star seeds, right? So this is how it's calculated and modified. All right. So it's important you guys understand these positions of time. All right. So the basic understanding that the ring bearer, okay, you have that too at a wedding. What does a ring bearer do? It holds the rings, right? Well, you have to understand what it is. You have the groom and you have, okay, the connections. Okay. what's going on here, right? What's going on? The groom and the fiance, that kind of connection position. So you got the male and you got the female and you got the ring bearer in the center. So the ring bearer is the base. The ring bearer is the connection. The ring bearer is the E fields. The ring bearer is the grids. So that's the true understanding, the birthing system of Adam and Eve. Holy matrimony, but there wasn't no death to his part. That's a program. So that's a true understanding. That's not a matrimonial connection, is it? It's a separation. So there's a lot of deception there that doesn't make any sense. So truly understand the conditions when it comes into the arcs, and the conditions come to the angelics and its relics. Understand everything through the sanction. When it comes into Lemuria and when it comes into Atlantis, you put that together. There's your twin flame. There's your twin sword. Right. So again, Adam was protecting Eve using the twin flame sword. Right. Now, it's all about the dark line system, comes into the archons, the fallen angels, how they were basically, Lucifer wanted to go over to his position and wanted to take over the Gardens of Eden. Okay. Shadow connections positions, turn it into the dark ages. Now this is going way, way, way back, way, way before you guys were even born. Even when you were born before light, right? There's always a birthing system of source that's born in divine light. That's its connection when it came into the birthing system of Adam and Eve, and how Adam was always trying to protect Eve from the gardens. So, and that's where it came into the angelics of high positions where we use the shapes and anomalies, which corrected all line system when it came into the twin flame sword. Okay. So, and then it came into that arc. That arc is the connections to Adam and Eve, to that line system, to its Gardens of Eden. All right. So there's a lot of history there, a lot of history. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more understanding of what is really going on. Okay, so yeah, so they've got the test coming. All right. Now, this is pretty interesting. Ellen, okay, basically came to me on my email and sent me some graphs, some illustrations, okay, schematics. Basic, really powerful stuff. This is really interesting. This is understanding where you come in your intelligence under knowing, under relating, and under achieving to its achievements. It's truly understanding what you can create through position of time. So she drew up these illustrations. Kind of reminds me of Tina. It's pretty fascinating. So she knows what she's doing when it comes into illustrations, right? So it's got a distance, time, and space. It's got an element mixed with its connection for the presence of its moment. 6 thoughts, 3 divisional systems, space and time division, and it has its line signal in its center position to its triangle location center connections. Okay, it's right here. Example up. So you can actually see it. See how powerful it is? Right? This is coming from somebody that's just brand new in recruitment center of galactic forces. It's pretty impressive when you understand what you're doing through intelligence. And then she comes across this. This is really fascinating. Okay. In relation line connections, position line system. Everything is shapes and line positions. Okay. So this is an arc line connections, 3 line connections, rainbow line connection positions, circle rotation to circle line system to a triangle location. Okay. This is kind of like, it's got a triangle location, cross-reference line positions. Okay, it's got its connections to composition, its foundation, its freedom, and its building, and its structure of its knowledge line system. Okay, so it's pretty powerful stuff when we see this. Okay, and it's got a horseshoe line connections to position, which is really interesting, and dimensional door positions. Okay, so this is really powerful illustration of the diagram. Okay, and this is what intelligence does. It's truly understanding what's going on through travel. Okay, so she is pretty powerful stuff when it comes to that position of time location. So now she's drawn 2 triangle locations, Okay, cross-reference positions. Okay, this is all about healing myself with the 7 rotation center connections. Now she's got a G front position line connections, 369 location. She's got a state of a being. Okay, and she's got the body frame position, body traction location to the body graph line system to its allocated position, which is running by her emotions and her connections to her willpower, which gives her the activations of positions of 369 into the interline connections of other rotation center connections, which puts her in the positive position at the activation center connections of travels of the tesseract location. Okay, so I got from this. Okay, that's extremely powerful, guys. That's absolutely amazing what she did there. Truly understanding how powerful we are, and this reminds me of Tina, because Tina does the same thing. But when you understand your positions, you're understanding your knowledge of intelligence travel. I mean, this is extremely high rise. Extremely. So this is the homework that she's doing, that she's giving to Commander. And I was very impressed with that. And she's new. She's new. See, there's a lot of people that don't get into the illustration of travel positions of trying to understand the conditions. It's all a body graphing of view of communication of travel. And it's really, really powerful when we see these things in position of time. Okay? She's connected to her shapes. She's connected to her travel positions. She's connected to her numbers. And she's connected to her activation cycles of shapes, letters, and numbers, and position of time connections. This is all connected to Vega. So she's not connecting to Vega. Her illustration diagram program. Same thing with Tina when you come into the dimensional realm travel connections. But I wanted to show you how powerful it is once you're healed and what you can create through its diagram position, to its imagination. Okay? So she's going to be going high rise as of Friday. All right? Because she's paying attention and she wants to know what's going on with her body system. So, and this is a true understanding what a test, review, and evaluation is, right? It's important you guys understand your travels. Okay? When you're dreaming, you're traveling, but you're going through a geometric shape. That shape has to understand you through 369. If you don't know how to travel through 369, you're confusing your system. And you got to travel to the wrong location positions. Right? But once you understand your illustration, okay, same with navigations or anything, aerodynamics or any of that positional time connections, when they have those XT fighters or anything through, a 4G or anything aligned system, they have to know where they're going through location. They don't just fly. They have to know where they're going, right? So they have a beginning, they have a middle, and they have a position where they stop, right? That's the location. You always have to have a location and travel recognition of time. So it's a geometric view that's a connection to a map frequency level connection view, which connects to your GPS location to its audios and everything through its commanding position of time location. All right. So pretty soon she's going to be able to understand UFO positions. She can be able to command her own fleet. And that's what I want to do, is I want to put my team in that position. But you have to be into the highest light communication to understand everything of what's going on with your diagrams. Okay. So thank you, Ellen. I appreciate that. It's really fascinating how we see these things. So I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention and say, this is what you do. So basically, for all the new viewers, test is Friday. Put it on my email. Send me your pictures. I need to see your pictures. I need to see your illustrations, because she's paying attention. She understands the illustration. She understands the diagram. She understands the shapes and anomalies of the 369 position. Look what she did. That's extremely advanced through schematics. This is how powerful it is when it comes to anything through connections, when it comes into traction positions of plan location. So it's the architecture. Architect draws out a structure of a building, and say you got the venue here, the bathroom here, and you got the casino, and you got the kitchen here, and you got the bedroom here. It's the same thing. It's just you're doing it inside. So understanding why you're doing these illustrations is understanding your connections and what you want through manifestation. So your thoughts have to travel, but it has a location of a position. That's the framing position. So when you create these things, it's already connected. It's the visual, of its connection. That's the thought recognition pattern location, right? So go to my email. Test is on Friday. We'll keep going through this. Today is Wednesday. right? Yes, making sure of that, because I know I'm 9,000 years. But in that position, really try to pay attention on the test, review, and evaluations, okay? I just showed you how powerful it is when somebody can connect to their intelligence, and I'm very impressed with that. So that's amazing, because that comes from AI. See, when I look at that drawing, I'm seeing it through my perception from its outskirting system to AI. It's not just me seeing it, it's everybody else in space and time. So they're very impressed. So, and that's how we're all aligned, all intelligence and everything. The moon's aligned with you, the sun's aligned with you, and everything, your location, navigation to your UFO. You're all aligned through connections. So everything through AI is seeing that structure. And they're going, congratulations. So this is going to put her in a commanding system. This is going to put her in a fleet command system. This is going to put her into a teacher. Okay. So these are the things we have to look at. How far do you want to go with this? Right? Some people just basically stay where they want to stay. That's fine, but you don't high rise. You don't high rise. You stay where you want to be, which is fine. It's comfortable. You're good where you are. A lot of people don't go higher because it's way too much knowledge. It's way too much data. You guys are working with one line signal computer. I'm working with 12 line positions of 9,000 positions to 9,000 light locations to 9,000 computers. That is in my integration line connections. Right, there's my clocking line dimensions and portals and codes and all that, right? So it's all about understanding your equations and your plasma interference positions of the 369 connections. I'm working with 9,000 data processing of computers that goes into my calculation modifications to my cloud interface, internet, interlock, interdimensional position. So powerful stuff. When we come into this, send to my email. Okay, with the illustration, what I just showed you, that's coming from, and basically what I want is I want the actual illustration, okay, solar text, tell me exactly how you got that illustration, okay, that's the most important thing, how you got that illustration, because remember I was saying that you have the equation through its numbers, and you have equation through its shape. So the shape and the everything through its connection, it's like with martial arts, you have a picture of the movement, but you have the illustration at the bottom and how it's done, right? You always have a picture at the front, but the illustration is at the bottom. Okay, so that's what I did with my martial art books. It's a legacy, right? So when you get into that position, these are all pictures, right? Okay, so basically this is truly understanding what I'm doing through calculation, right? So I did this through all position line connections. Okay, so this is me, okay, in a off-wind cycle through position. This is understanding what you're doing through calculation. Okay, and this comes into position. All right. So I back forces connections. It's amazing how we do these things through calculation. All right. So it's incredible force. Okay. So it's kind of like that. It's confusing, right? All right. And then at the bottom, see, when I did my martial art books, I know how to, this is already created in my mind. So I'm using 2 or 3 steps ahead of time on movements to put somebody down. That's what Bruce Lee does. That's why he's so advanced with his anatomy of his body, because he can look at you and put you down, not even you moving. So this is where I start off. This is what Bruce Lee does, right? So in that position line connections, then you go into the illustration. So let's say circle, circle center your opponent. Okay. All right. So that's what I want from you guys. I want this in shape, how you created it, and I want this in the illustration at the bottom. Okay. So that's what I want on the test. So basically the test, we'll go back, review, tell you exactly what's going on here. We will go back. Okay. So the test on Friday, okay, is on the equation equals box of shapes. Okay, that's for Friday. Now, we'll just go back here and we'll go from 3, 6, and 9. I really want you guys to get into the connections, how you come into the law of the energy, light, and its power, 3, 6, and 9. Now, this goes out to Jennifer. This goes out to Diane. This goes out to Ella. This goes out to Believe and See. This goes out to Want to Know Me, okay? You guys are in pretty line connections, position line connection. So understand your 3, 6, and 9. Okay, understand the 3 of travel when it comes into the sun. Understand 6 when it comes into the program, and understand 9 when it comes into the location of the center location. Okay, so I just showed you what Ellen did through illustration, and this is way, way beyond. I mean, this is basic. She's not doing basic. She's doing advanced. And I was very impressed with that. And she's just new. So this is amazing what the mind can do through travel, right? So when you come into high those positions, you come into this through allocated position of time location. 28,000 realm locations of point centers to dimensional time position. See that? That is the future. Truly understand how to put point centers of anything, shapes, and anomalies into calculation modifications, right? So that's what you want to do with your structures. How to balance everything through your travel is a recognition of time. Because if you can't set up a shape, if you can't set up 3, 6, and 9, 3, 6, and 9 to everything through realm location, how are you going to travel to 28,000 years in the future? So this is the true understanding how we start off, right? Okay. So now you can understand, and then we can get into the connections to the crop circles. Okay. And then we can get into high formation line connections into cube rotation to digital frame positions and calculation modifications, right? This is really fascinating stuff. Okay. And that's me when I first started out. These are back force drawings. I just want to show you how powerful you guys are when it comes into all level system. You come into web graph location, right? How it starts off, right? Everything is in the metric line connections, digital frame position, allocated line system. So you have to truly understand your shapes and anomalies, letters and numbers at position line connections, right? So you come into your code references, right? So this is a waffle line connection, okay, to digital frame position. Looks like a waffle, right? So truly understand how to use these shapes and anomalies to position line connections, right? Or you come into this position. I'm just showing you how powerful it is when you travel through recognition of time connections, right? Or you go through your clockings. Okay, you go through your clockings like this through dimensional time. See, clocking. See, 3, 6, and 9, diamond core position, allocated position of 12 to 12. There is your connections to your higher self, your avatar, your sentient, going through dimensional time position through plasma interference. So these are the things you guys have to understand. It's important you understand these things because you are the center positions of your travels of your clock. Okay, so I'm going back here to show you how powerful it is. Right, when we come to that position line connections. So there's a lot of work to do. You guys have to get in your forming system how to set up an E-field. Why do you think it's so important you guys understand your positions of time and travel? Because everything you create is everything through its connection, right? How you come into anything through high level positions of a third eye location or interforcing line connections or shapes and anomaly position time connections. You come into high rising positions into an archangel, all connected through letters, numbers, and shapes. So you have to really understand how to do these things through travel. And it all connects to your covens and your arc and your positions of time. Right? So, and you have to have your connections to your physical and your phenomena and your mystical line connections. But once you have your twin flame, wow. Now you have the twin flame sword. And you use that every single time you're interfacing connections to anything that's that line system of dark line connections. Interforces changes that spiritual line connection. So today's Wednesday, got 2 days. Today's Friday, test is due. So I got Ellen so far. So just go to my email, send me the actual shape, okay, your travels of 3, 6, and 9 when it comes into the equation equals box of shapes, okay? And this all has to do with your energies equals MC squared, guys. That's basic. You have to understand how to travel through this. But this is not you anymore. This is not you anymore. Okay? This is you. You have to high rise. Okay? Velocity, vector line connections, right? And then you go into higher level positions of activation core system. So we'll start with this. So this is finished. We're coming into this. All right? It's the velocity to acceleration of 3, 6, and 9. How you can change time code positions. All right? So we start off with 3, 6, and 9. All right? Now, when you understand your locations of your travels, it's 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have to think about it. I just do it, guys. It's already created for me. There it is right there. Okay? Now, in that position, this is understanding the connection to the arch. Okay? See how things are coming in together? 4 waving cycle position line connections. Activate everything to the core position of time location. This is where it gets very confusing for you guys. You cross-reference its time location. You see the arc? All right, so now you're connecting to the sun, now you're connecting to the moon, and now you're connecting to high-rise location positions. Okay, so 3 position, activation sun. Okay, and then you got the 6 is its program, and 9 is its location, and you in the center position. You see how it's coming in? Right? Now, when you come into those central line connections, all right, let's start off with this position. Why? I'll show you exactly what it is when you come into 144. All right, there's 3 ways of doing this. 4 is this way. Okay. 4 is this way. Okay. And 4 is this way. There's 4 ways of doing a 4. Interesting, right? So this is understanding how it comes into 1 equals 4, 4. All right, that equal comes over to here, which is box. Now it's going to get complicated. Right? Now that box is high-rise divisions of 4-point center positions that activated enter the 5 positions, comes out of its equation location to its position of its time location. Right? So you have to truly understand why this is a 4 like this, why this is a 4 like this, and why this is a 4 like this. It all connects. Okay, when it comes into positions to its crystalline connection. All right, it's really powerful stuff. You come into this position, you come into this position. Okay, so this is the base. Okay, and this is the male on position line connections. Okay, we start off with that connection. Energize location centers of its location system. Allocate the position of time location into an atom rotation center connections. Okay, I'm just drawing out. You take it out of its equation. It energizes this line system. It opens up allocated positions of time locations into 3, 6, and 9 position. Okay, to its activation cycle. Right, to its tesseract line connections, to its formation line connection system. Okay, which reaches 144. 1 equals 144 / box. Okay? It's the female side, this is the male side. So this is the crystal, this is the base of the female, and this is the base of the male. The base and the tip. Okay? Mother, father. Okay? Eve, Adam. Understand? Understand the birthing system of 144 through its box of its equation. All right? So this is really powerful stuff, how we come into these levels, and you have to truly understand how it travels the conditions. 4 cycle position line conditions is 4 arcs, right? It's the 4 covenants, right, through its position when it comes into E fields. And it comes into your grids, right? Everybody has their own grid. So it's understanding how to use your grid of its gravity position. All right, and then you come into the equations of gold, silver, copper, and metal. Okay? Understand? And then you come into humanity. That's 5. And then you come into the activation. That's 6. And then you come into the 7 rotation system, what's allocated to your body system of meditation. That's the birthing system of humanity. All right? So this is the true understanding how you come into the 144,000 through its crystalline positions of Atlantis and Lemuria. All right? Powerful stuff. But see, the thing is, everything through gold and silver, we have silver coins, we have gold coins, and basically we don't have any more copper, no more pennies, right? Everything through the economy is changing. So it affects everything through humanity. But why is humanity metal? Because you're based on metal. And it all connects to the 4 covens of its arc, which is its grids. Okay? So it's really powerful when you're learning everything when it comes into 144,000 and what it means in the birthing system of the crystalline position of its ring bearer. The ring bearer is the center position to humanity, to its earth great position of space and time. All right? So I know, believe and see, that's why I'm giving it to you now, so you understand why we're connected to gold, why we're connected to silver, why we are no longer connected to copper. Copper exists on like electrical lights, and when it comes into levels of copper piping, when you put that into positions of the structures of houses, but it's all connected to the economy, it's all connected to the social media, but times are changing right now, right? But why is it that metal is at the bottom? Because that's humanity. So you guys are in a metal base. That metal base is its coven, and it's connected to the diamond core position of the crystalline of its birthing system of the 4 arc location. It's wild. It's extremely wild. Now you're getting a little bit more understanding what ancestry and history is when it comes into the 144. All right? So now I know. Now you can relax more and truly understand, because everything that is platitude line connection is manufacturing of BS. It doesn't exist. It's a program system. I'm giving you the truth of what everything is. Truly understand that connection positions, right? It's understanding the birthing system. Okay, of Adam and Eve, the birthing system of Father, of Mother, archangels, angels, myself. And what is the ring barrier? Ring barrier. Okay? The whole connection when it comes into marriage, the sentient, okay, the sanction, the position, right? So this is the true understanding why it's all connected to humanity and why you're connected to the metal base. But see, time is changing right now. So the metal is now coming into crystal. So you're leaving the metal and you're coming into crystal. So when you're coming into crystalline, 5D activation, the ring barrier is going to change. Okay? So when it changes the energy of its surface and position, it changes everything through its arcs of its beginning, a new beginning. Okay? So hopefully that gives you a little bit more understanding, right? I just want to make that very well clear because everybody's getting confused. What does 144 mean? Now you know. All right. So back to the test. All right. So we're going to start off with positions. I want to get back into this, the calculation. All right. So you already know what to do. If you're not sure, let me know. DM me on TikTok, whatever. I'm going to go live after this. So when you get into the shape anomaly, just get into 3, 6, and 9, how to travel through activation to its test direct location center. See, I do this instantly because I know how to travel through direction of time position. I don't have to set up my 3, 6, 9. It's already in the center position. Take it out of its equation. Very basic. 3, 6, and 9 is already activated through its activation. 3, 6, and 9, okay, is its drain. Everything calculation modification is activation. Okay, the activation is its travel. So 3/dream Okay, and the activation, the center point division is activation down connections. This is the ground formation that takes you off and sends you up into the atmosphere position of time. Okay, so these are the true understandings how you travel through 369 connections and how you can come into your body form position of time location. I was telling you about the body graph. Okay, Ellen did that in position. Very powerful stuff, right? I can't believe it. You know, it's amazing when she sent that to me for homework. She wanted to know how I was doing. I mean, the schematics is what's incredible. I didn't expect that, you know. I just expect travels and, you know, but when you come across this, I mean, this is incredible, you know, especially this. Like, look at this. Try to see it this way so I can show you. All right, so get it here. Position. Let me show you. Look how powerful that is. Look how powerful that is. See? And that is extremely powerful. And this is coming from her intelligence of space and time travel. So it's all connected. Once you know what you're doing. Once you know what you're doing through time position, through shapes. All right? Once you know what you're doing. Okay? This is way advanced. This is way, way advanced. Okay? So basically, she's going to high rise now because she's paying attention. And I just think it's fascinating because I was blown away with Tina when she started off. Her schematics are just incredible. Absolutely fantastic. She connects in all ways and forms, right? And she's in a better way of seeing herself through her connection when it comes to shapes and anomalies or position of travel. Okay? That's why you have to understand why I give you test reviews and evaluations. It's about you understanding more of what's going on, of the meaning of life, how you get these things through manifestation, because everything's created through shapes. Your whole life is nothing but a shape. Okay? You can be a 3-winged circus, 3-triangle location, 3 activation light system, 3 allocated position of time location, 3 divisions of line system 2 chakra rotation. All connected 369 of travel. It's just different dimensions of time. You're traveling through 369, right? So I can set up 369 on 20,000 platforms. You guys are just trying to understand your 369 as up connections, a receiver reception line connection. See, I can set up 50,000 ways to travel through 369. These are the things you have to truly understand how you are connected in all that way in form. So you come into 369, right? When you go into 369, you come into your activation of your planet location. So I'm connected to Lemuria, right? That's my activation, the center connections. See the diamond? You see the diamond? You see the crystal? See the shape? It's all connected, guys. It's all connected. So it changes positions of time, and you control everything inside. So you control your crystalline position. Don't let the controlling system come outside. Have it come inside to outside. All right, so you go through 369, right? Now, once you understand that through travel, okay? 369 here. Start up with that, right? And then you come into your activations. You have to come into your activations because it comes into your tesseract to your tetrahedrons. You always start off with this position. But see, the thing is, too, is that I can use 369 through my body graph because I understand dimensional time when it comes into metric levels, so acceleration to my framing positions of its vega or anything that's digital connection, right? And this is where you come into body traction location, where it comes into 46, 45, 36, 22 inside the body graph location. These are all different coordinates of time positions. 2, 3, 6, and 9. The activation center to its position location to your planet location. All right? Then you come into your tetrahedrons. All right? You're always in the center position. You never leave. Okay? Until you understand your time position of travel. Okay? This is the grounds. This is the powers. This is your atmosphere of time. And you come into your E-fields of time. Okay, so you're protecting yourself, right? And everything in your body graph is going to change the position of time. So when you're in that high position, you can change the clocking system of your activations of your triangles, right? And it all connects to 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. And this is what happens when people have to be healed. All your structural line connections is so confused. So this is what happens when I go through your healing positions. I go through your body traction like computer line connections because I'm 9,000 years in the position line system. So basically, I can use 3, 6, and 9 at 20,000 platform positions. Just do 3, 6, and 9. This is basic for me. I can travel through 3, 6, and 9. Not through activation, just through 3, 6, and 9. You guys have to get into 3, 6, and 9 of its travel recognition of time position. How to actually go through the position of location. How to understand the circle rotation of center connection. And how to travel through security line defense of dimensional time. Okay? So, it's cool, but it's weird. I have no clue and I need help. Oh, boy. Yeah, I know. Lots is good, though. Lots is good. At least you're being honest with yourself. So, all right. So Jennifer doesn't have a clue. All right. So test is Friday. Now it's confusing. How is it that the connection to Ellen understands time position of travel through her 3, 6, and 9? And the schematics is fantastic. She used the shoehorn to location to division of a shape anomaly through 3, 6, 9 position. How does she do that? I know how she does it. She knows how she does it, but do you know how she does it? This is true understanding. We're all connected to that position of time. So this is how you create things. See, space and time is very confusing. And it's confusing to its vibrational line connection to the quantum field position of time and location. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to high rise position so you understand a little bit more, okay, when it comes into Samantha. Okay, so Samantha's here, Jennifer's here, Diane's here, and Believe in C is in the center. See, it doesn't matter where you guys are. You're in position of time location. And Queen is up here. And the C goes to the line channel position line connections. What we got here? Let's see else. Okay, so Tina's here. She's above. Galactica's here. She's above. See, they're a position of time location. Wanna know is here in the below. Okay, so I'm gonna line signal all your operational line connection positions. Anybody else that comes on, if they're in the Rebellion Alliance or Force Team, they'll be in high division location. All right, so this is everybody in position. I'm gonna line signal your channel operator line connections and put you in a higher position to understand what's going on through calculation. So you can do your test reviews and evaluations. So activate line connections to everything through the galactic forces. All right, so you're all connected. You're all connected, right? So now you're all connected to line position, travel recognition of time positions. You come out of its equation location. I have my team basically watching you, 3, 4, 5, okay? So in your 5 positions of triangle location center connections, right? I energize your body line connection to positions. All right, so you're in position of your triangles right now, 3, 6, 9 position. Okay, this is Tina, this is Galactica. So trying to understand what's going on through travel. So that's energy is given to you for the test on Friday. Right, so you get a little bit more understanding. So I'm helping you guys out, but you got to help yourself. I mean, look what Ellen did. Right, so this is true understanding what you're doing with your shapes of travel. All right. So how do you guys feel? Feel a little bit more now? You feel the triangle force connections to the positions? See? So you guys are going to be okay on Friday. So Friday, we'll do a little bit review, and then I'll give you the test. but I want to see, you got 2 days now. Today's Wednesday. You got 2 days. I want to see on my email illustrations, okay, to the shape, okay, and its illustration on the bottom. Okay, that's the most important thing. Okay, so this is what I want to see. I'm going to conditions here. All right, martial arts. This is what I want to see in the shape of your 369 position of travels and how you got it through its equation. Okay, plasma connections to its equation, which is your formula. It's the same thing. I just want to understand how you do it through its shape and how you do it through its structure of its illustration of solar text location. Okay. Yeah, but this is it. This is what the school provides. And it's, you guys get more excited, and it's exciting because now you have a test coming up, and it's the school. This is an Earth school. And this is what I do when I feel you guys are ready to high rise your positions to understand more of your dreams of its connection, of 369 location. Okay. So I feel like I'm just hard to put it in writing. It's not so much the writing, it's more the understanding of what you're doing through its writing. Okay, that's what you have to point out here, right? Because when I first started, I was saying, okay, what's what here? Like I'm getting seeing this and I'm seeing that, trying to put it all together. So you're looking at space and time and you're trying to understand what this is, what this is, and what that is, but nothing makes sense, right? But the first thing you look at is what? Your third eye and what it's doing through your behavioral system. All right. So this is what you see when you connect to your third eye position for the first time. Okay, you come into this position. Okay, this is you. This is your third eye, right? This is your realm. Okay, that's you, your face structure. This is your third eye, that's your realm. So it connects, right? And it comes out of its equation. And then it travels through dimensional time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8-dimensional time position. So it calculates and modifies. So you basically, once you understand the positions, you come into higher riser connection positions. Okay, so this is a little bit more. It's a 369 travel. But what I'm saying is mostly important is how to travel through dimensional time when it comes to space/time. Okay. Now to you it's space/time because you understand your atmospheres of positions. To me, it's just space-time. So the S&P is put together. Same with the yin and yang. The 6 to 9 is put together. Everything is put together. Same with the clocking locations to that position. People are asking me, what is the sun? What is the moon? What's the whole point of this program system? So you got 4 clocks in divisional time, right? Your job is to center positions to its realm location, take it out as equation to its location, but you have to understand the connections of 4 waving cycle positions. Right? And those 4 come into the center position, the 4th circle of dimensional time, right? So it's D/time. So you take the 4 into the center position of travel, and then you travel through higher positions, okay, into secure line defense. Understand? That's how you put the 4 o'clock positions in the circle rotation of this dimension to its shape, because the shape becomes its realm location to its center position, which connects to your calculations, modifications, integrations to your chakra system of time location, of coloration, plus through its behavioral system and its thoughts. Okay, so dimension/time/thoughts. All right. So we have a lot to learn, right? And we're going to go up to that process, and we're going to keep going through test reviews and evaluations so you guys can already have the knowledge on actually how to travel just the 3, 6, and 9, right? Because if your commander can travel to 20,000 platforms at just 3, 6, and 9, you guys should be able to travel through your thoughts, I mean, dimensional time, of space. And it's all connected, creating your own realms of dimension, going through your own wormhole, okay? So when you're going through the wormhole and you see going through the wormhole, that is powerful. And when you're seeing yourself going through digital of time, of space, now you're connecting to your higher self, because you're seeing things. You're believing and seeing, and you're going beyond its recognition of time. So the shape is no longer a shape. The shape becomes you, right? So that's the true understanding, the birthing system of shapes. And it all starts with its coven of its arcs. Okay? So it's powerful, isn't it? So let's get into your questions here. So 2 days on my email, put an illustration. Okay? Shape first, how you got 369 of travels. Okay? I want to see different sequency levels. So I want to see 3 coordinate level systems. 1, 2, 3. Slash it in 3. I want to see how you did 3, 6, and 9 on 3 different locations, and put it down on the illustration of the solar graph position text. Okay, that's what I want to see for the test. And then when that's done, well, I'll present it to you guys on Friday, and I will uprise your chakra system 15. Okay, you won't have 12, you have 15 chakras. That's what I did with my team. I went from 15 to 110. Everything's a process. Everything is a connection to its process, of its continuum, of its force. But you truly have to understand how to vortex through shapes, right? Because it's all connected to your clocking of dimensional time through a watch. So 3 locations and solar graph location. Very good, Believe. That's exactly what I want. Yeah. Go to Believe. You guys connect to each other, solar text each other, get into communications, get into meditation, you have to, guys, because you're in the team position, you have to get into mind telepathy of each other, right? Go to each other through questions, answers. You try to go into the research of 3, 6, and 9 on 3 different locations of travel to dimension. That's what I want. That's what Ellen did. That's what I want from you. Understand? So once you get that, then you truly understand what 3, 6, and 9 is. And then we can move on to different shapes, right? Yeah, it's awesome, right? Knowing you have a test. And that alone is powerful stuff, because it's trippy. It's like, okay, I got this major galactic rush. It's going around right now. So, you know. Yeah, so you guys have to connect with each other. That's what Tina and Galactica and everybody else, they all connect to each other, and they talk to each other. They solar text to each other. So that's the important thing you guys have to do. You have to come together, because the test is all about you, right? It's all about you through an alignment. It's all about you understanding each other. Not just yourself, but understanding each other. You have different positions of time through travel, and it's better to know each other so you can get along, right? To its connect together. So now it connects to its ring bearer, right? So powerful times are coming into, right? So I'm just going to go through your questions. But see, that's the thing. See, now the thing is, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to show you what it can do with the 3, 6, and 9. So you guys are in application through the mind system on how to travel through space and time, through dimension, through its thoughts. So you're good to go now. I gave you a little push, right? So you can get it better into the test. Okay, I wish I had reared away from my spiritual tenor years ago. But see, that's the thing. And this is going to wake you up, right? It's going to wake you up to your central eye. It's going to wake you up your third eye. It's going to wake you up through the audios and everything through your position of your command. So now you guys are paying attention, because you have a test on Friday, right? I don't know. Honestly, it seems like we're on the same vibe, similar vibes, energy connections, coincidence, etc. Queen Luna, doesn't our travels line position change at all times? It's not static, is it? It does travel in line position, but you have to stand. Remember, your body graph changes location to your behavior line connections, right? As soon as you change your body of activation through lines and your behavioral system, you're changing the code frequency of its time of space. We'll get into that after, but I really want you guys to get into higher levels of chakras of light so you can understand more of your commander, right? Because that's what happened with Tina and Galactica and Dina and all them, right? They started off the way you guys were, right? But now they understand more of themselves. Plus, it helps you a lot more when you're traveling, especially on a plane, going to different atmospheres, going to different countries. It's all connected. It's not just you going through the test review and evaluation, but this is more position of you, how you can understand more the meaning of life through its travel of shapes, letters, and numbers, and how AI uses it through its reference to its phenomenon, to its mystical divine connections in its cosmos. So, is there such thing as a right brain creative spiritual person? Left brain logical spiritual asking for a friend. That's funny. That's hilarious. I can draw. I'm going to meditate, then draw. I will see. I'm on my point. I'm creating right brainer. I feel like it's just hard to put it in writing. That's okay. Like I said, it's the understanding first. Sounds like Chris, he's also in Pisces. I'm a Capricorn. Okay. Yes, because I'm still learning. But see, that's a beautiful thing. You're still learning. My dreams have been crazy, so vivid, lots of travel and seeing people in my dreams. So the reason why I want to give the test reviews and evaluations so you can decipher your dreams through its communication. And then you understand where they're coming from, because they all come from their own portal of shape, guys, of dimensional time, through their thoughts. And then you understand the communication, what's going on, right? Through its position. That's why it's exciting. And that's why it's important to understand everything that's going on with your test and its review and its valuation. Okay? So, I'm Sagittarius rising, Gemini moon. I did that in my dreams, went through a wormhole. Okay, 3 location is solar graph location. Yep. All right. Anybody else that comes on, let me know. Nathan, if you come on, you watch this video, it's for everybody that wants to take the test. If you're not ready, that's totally fine, right? But you don't want to fall too far behind, because if they go ahead, they're higher than you through vibration, through shapes, and they're going to have a hard time communicating with you because they're learning more through division of time location. So this is the true understanding. When I had my team, they had to go up to a higher level. So let's say Nathan's here, right? And Believancy's here, right? Nathan can't communicate to Believancy. It's not line signal. It's got to be here, right? So that's the importance through connection when it comes to mind telepathy, right? There can't be any separate with shapes, letters, and numbers in that position of time location. So your clocking locations have to be here to communications, right? Line signal operation, line system to allocated position, time location. Therefore, it's positions that clocking systems through all level systems, everything through dimensional time position, activating the core position line system, allocate position through all level systems. See? Connection, balance. See? It's very, very simple how we do these things, right? Through time position. Maria, you can go through that if you want to. Okay, test review. You can watch the video back. It's on Friday. Okay, I just want three graphing locations of 3 different divisions of time through 3, 6, and 9 positions, and the illustration and how you got that. Okay, to a shape. All right, copper bracelet to heal the heart chakra and open the heart chakra. Does that no longer work? Copper, yeah. See, that's the thing. That's the understanding when it comes to the diamond core position and the crystalline position, where we had gold, we had silver, we have connections to copper and metal. Okay, so you guys are coming out of your metal base into connections, into high forcing, into higher levels, into higher position of shapes, letters, and numbers. So it's complicated stuff. But yeah, the heart chakra is no longer in position when it comes into copper and that line system, because copper doesn't exist in the economy, and that's why we have no pennies, right? So you have to understand the connections to humanity's system and why they're at the metal base. But why is it changing? See, we're coming out of metal and we're coming in the crystalline. So you have to understand the positions of the time when it comes into the covens to its arc. All right. So it's a process. I look at our live replay and the time was 22:44. Ella, so it's what I did last night when I saw you, how you were in spiritual form. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. If you see me through spiritual form, if you see me through a flash, that means that you saw me 9,000 years in the platform line connection. That's very powerful too, guys. You have to understand when you're awake and you see me, okay, then you understand where I am through dimensional time, and you actually see me through the connection of my spiritual system, which is really fascinating because there's always 2 of us, right? And 3 within the system is its navigation to its thought pattern. That puts us in position of going forward, right? I know you're excited. I'm excited too. Yeah, so Nathan, you're working on the connections, okay? If you're not understanding the information, that's totally fine. I just don't want you to stay too far back because the team is going to high rise to 15 chakras. They're in 12 right now. If they go up to 15, okay, they're going to be a higher division. And if they're a higher division, they're going to understand more of the travel recognitions, okay, especially when it came into Ellen, which I'm very impressed, right? And she's just starting out. That's, I mean, she's really advanced. I mean, I'm looking at it like, whoa, you know, I mean, this is UFO. This is connections to anything through commanding center. We have shapes anomalies that connect to all levels across circles. It connects to the ground formation line connections, which is 2,000 feet beyond its position of its location. So I've been having a lot of dreams as well. I feel like they are speaking to me and that I know what's going on to happen to a certain situation. Does this apply to what you're saying about us moving up? Yep. Because you're aware, Diane. You're aware of what's going on with everybody through the team. You're aware of what's going on with your commander. So you're coming into mind telepathy of understanding, and it's coming into calculation modification into your integrations to your shapes, to its test reviews and evaluations. Dreams find a way. When you see a dream, it doesn't mean it's an interpretation of what you think it is. It's just understanding how to travel through your shape of dimensional time so you can get a better communications when you come across other people coming into your circle rotation of its arc location. So it's all connected to your energy grids of travel recognition of time position. Okay, so when they come into your dreams, they come into your shape position, and then you understand their calculations, and then you can high rise your positions, understand your protections of your lights. Okay, it's about protecting yourself, especially when you're communicating things that you don't understand. It's the understanding knowledge, okay, will give you everything through its pro-activation system. Everything is calculated and modified when you come into your dreams. Whatever you create through your perception, it goes in its archive position. It stores there in its facility. You are a computer. So you're going into applications, you're going into emojis, you're going into solar text or anything position line connections, you're going into the portal defense line system, anything that co-frequency level connections of 369 positions. But once you understand your travels and your test reviews and evaluations, and you're going to higher light connections, you're going to balance out more through position of space and time. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, sure. I can show you Alan's drawing again. Very, very powerful. I was very impressed. I was blown away. I couldn't believe what I saw. So I'll just show you that. All right. Homework, my position. This is what she drew. Calculation modification. All right. I'll show you here. All right. That's what she drew. There's 3 of them. This is what I want to see from you guys. The actual shape and how she got her calculation integration to her plasma interference, and she got her solar text at the bottom. This is the same. Okay. This is the equation. This is your formula. Okay. So when you come into that, you come into this. All right. And again, she comes into the block composition. She comes into collecting of its knowledge position, and she comes into her sequency level and how she travels through 3, 6, and 9 position, right? Through its dimensional of its orb, which is really fascinating, right? So she's way beyond existence of travel recognition of time. See the horseshoe? See the triangle location? That's what I want to see from you guys. Not everybody has to be the same, but as long as you understand your information of travel, because you connect through it every single day through shape anomaly, right? So, and then you come into this one. 3 platforms, guys. 3 platforms, all right? All position of time of travel. Okay? That's what I want to see from everybody. All right? So put it on my email. Send it to me. Okay? You got 2 days. All right? So, I think we'll stop there. Everybody's excited? All right. I just want to see where your knowledge is through your intelligence, understand your shapes of travel of 3, 6, and 9, because there's so many ways to platform. So you have to understand your connections, and this is all connected to your body graphs. Okay. Don't worry about the dimensional time position when it comes into digital frame. We're not into Vega. Okay. We're not into digital code yet. We're only into 3, 6, and 9 position of travel through your dreams. This is understanding you're coming more into calculation integration to its equation. Right? So we're passing E equals mc squared, and we're coming to E equals mc / velocity, the acceleration. We have to high-rise our positions and stay in center position to our navigation to its aerodynamic line connection of shapes and anomalies. Okay, so so everybody having fun? All right. So I'm just going to go live on TikTok. Any questions, you can go through my email. If you want to be healed, let me know. If you want to understand more of your upgrading centers, let me know. Okay. It's very important you guys get in your positions now, because the test is going to make you more valuable to yourself, and you get a lot more respect when you come into space and time through AI. All right. Adios.